Ooh. Hi guys, how are you doing? How are you doing? How are you doing? All right. Today someone said I don't find reach. That's why I see one tiny pimple for my nose yesterday. I can't press some pimple way no day. I don't turn boil. My nose they pain me now. How are you doing, guys? Hey. I wanted to talk about something. Earlier on, something happened. Daniela Makun, how are you doing? We are inside Insta. Oh, yes. Amazing. Someone came to my live and made a statement. He said, of course, I responded and put it back on Instagram. But then I said, you know what? Let's discuss this. He said, I was hanging out with Obi Kubana earlier on today at the launch of his Hey Ada. Talking about my friends, I just see Ada. Let me just greet her. Let me just bring her on for 1 second and greet her. Ada supported me for a while. Let me just bring her on. Let me just before I even start saying what I want to say. In fact, I'll just greet Ada. Good evening, guys. I get me Hey, that used to be my former show. These people stole my show. How are you doing, Ada?
I am fine. Good evening, Daddy, please.
How are you doing? How are you doing? This woman that you are seeing here
Fine, thank you.
supported
Fine, thank you. Good
me.
evening.
Supported me in everything. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you, sir.
Today I want to support you back. Pastor Toby has given
Really?
away
What's the support?
$1,100 that I'm sharing among 4 people. This is how I'm going to share it. And it has to be in support of
Okay.
my robot. You know that robot I've been advertising. Someone says she's cute. You've not
Yeah,
seen her
sure.
in real life. And that is not fine in picture. If you see her in real life, that's when you know how gorgeous this Ada is. Hey, so you know what? I'm supporting um, people. Pastor Toby, apparently, let me just give you this Pastor Toby gist. I'll just give you this gist, and I'll just wait for 2 seconds. We were supposed to give out
Okay.
$1,100. We gave
Okay.
Jesu Lokbeye $500 and 2 other people $300 each. Everything came to a total of $1,100. Jesu Lokbeye has been hooked up. The other 2 people are still in the
Okay.
process of registering their accounts and all that. So while he was making the payment, he made the payment twice. So I called him. He called me
Oh.
yesterday. Said, Daddy Freeze, I think we made the payment twice. So we checked and we realized that, oh, yeah, wow, you made the payment twice. Let me refund. He said, no, that I should give it to other people and support them. I was like, ah, this Pastor Toby is very kind, though. So I said, okay,
Wow.
let me come live and pick some people. I just saw Ada. I said, you know what? I'm going to start with Ada. Ada,
Are you serious?
yes, no, Ada.
Okay.
I'm opening an account for you. The total amount is $303 US. $100 is for the robot, $200 is for your trading. On $200, you'll be making about 20% monthly, which is about $40. So you can use it to do whatever you want. That's a small gift from, not from me, even though I'm the one choosing the people. It's from Pastor Toby Adegboyega, who just has a big heart and just decided to just show love to as in, this wasn't meant to happen because they overpaid.
Thank you
And instead of him to
so
collect the, I
much.
said, Pastor Toby, let me refund you. He said, no, that I should just give it out. So, not thank me, thank Pastor Toby, thank Pastor Toby. So,
Thank you
Adam, my
so much,
darling,
Daddy.
let me let you
Please,
run. Let me
thank you,
let you
Pastor
run. I'm
Toby.
picking three more people. One person's gonna have a $200 account, and the other two people are gonna have $303 accounts each. So I'm gonna choose the next person at random, maybe from Facebook, YouTube, anywhere. But for now,
Oh,
is Ada
this is
bless you.
amazing. Thank you so much, Daddy.
You're
Please, I am
welcome. You're welcome. What are you
grateful.
people talking about on Live and Dangerous?
All right.
What are you people talking about on Live and Dangerous? How to get rid of me, Abby?
Yeah,
Bye.
we're talking about bride price.
Oh, that topic is back. What is your take now?
Yeah. I me, I cannot be pressured by dead people. That shit is
Hey,
crap. Like,
I don't
no.
spoil you. I don't spoil you. I don't spoil you. Yeah, bye bye, bye bye, bye bye, bye bye. Go and be doing your
Any
Live
man
and
that wants to
Dangerous.
marry me, come by. I'm for free. My dad will not charge you.
Guys, make sure you tune in on Nigeria Info. It used to be my former show. It's an amazing show. Ada, and what's the other gentleman with you? What's his name?
Benga.
Benga and Ada are on the show. So you guys make sure you enjoy it. Ada,
Thank you so much, Sam. Thank you. I'm grateful.
you're
Bye.
welcome, cutie.
Thank you.
Big shout out to
Oh, this is nice.
Pastor Toby Adegboyega for that, always supporting people. You know, egg is now 100 naira in Nigeria. Egg is now 100 naira. I've not bought it yet, but I saw it on what's his name? Tunde Ednot's page. Egg. Ordinary egg. I remember when I was in school, egg used to be one thing that we all used to eat. It's just egg now. You buy rice and put egg so that the egg go fit gauge. There's nothing like a father without egg. Then all of a sudden now egg is 100 naira. So anything you can do to supplement your income right now would really go a long way. A long way. So while I go, I'm going to continue the show. When I'm done, I will pick the people. If I don't finish picking them today, I'll pick them tomorrow. No need to rush. Yes, so back to the topic for the day. Okay, how I pick my friends. Earlier on, before I just saw that, and I realized it would be nice to share that with her. I posted from Obi Kubana's launch for Odogu Bitters, and I was like chilling out with. Let me show you guys the picture. It was this picture. We went to his office to gist with him. So Taste Buds was with me. Obi Kubana was there, of course, and then this gentleman, I like to call him Hymas, because he owns a chain of hotels. Now we're all chilling like this, like family, and I said, came out to support my brother Obi Kubana, Odogu Bitters to the world. I carry the thing, go drop for Facebook. You know what my problem with Facebook is? If you are looking for the social media networking site where people have the least sense, just go to Facebook. So I put up the picture, and before you knew it, people started coming to comment. And one guy said, Daddy Freeze, if Obi no get money, you for cherish in relationship and friendship. My neighbor said I should ask you. I can't respond. I say, I don't associate with failure, no vex. Any day I won't begin associate with failure, I go WhatsApp you, so that you go there on record, say I don't begin to associate. with failure. And you see, looking at this picture, although I owe no one any explanation, I'm going to explain to you. There are 4 people in this picture. You see us here. NEPA don't decide to do in best. Anyway, it's good. It will let you see the picture better. Can you see these people? The 4 people in the picture. I don't know how I'm going to... Oh, wow. Internet don't even go. Boy, now, wow. Small light. Light don't come back. Oh, boy, my estate don't improve. Oh. But you can see the 4 people. These 4 people work together on, you remember Jeremiah, the guy that was giving money to prisoners in a bus? Who remembers the Jeremiah story? Now, I was the one who looked for Jeremiah on social media after Obi and I had an interview together. I looked for Jeremiah. Jeremiah reached out to me. Obi made an interview. Obi created a meeting. I brought Jeremiah and the other gentleman, Rocky. Now, this guy in white, he's the one who pays Jeremiah's salary of 100,000 naira a month. So when you are looking at us here, it looks like 4 people just hanging out. These are 4 people who have a history together. Is there a network problem? Sorry guys, network had issues. Let me bring it back. How's the network on other platforms? Facebook, YouTube? Okay, I think, are you guys back? Sorry, let me check. Okay, it's okay now. Awesome. Elisa Pearl, bad network. Let me try again. Let me view myself from my backup account. Let me see how bad it is. Okay. Elisa Pearl, bad network. It's not so bad though. Let me view myself from my backup account. It's not as clear as I would expect it to be, but it's not bad. Okay, so I can work with this. So let me continue. So like I was saying, nobody was there when the 4 people in this picture were working on Jeremiah's case. You all heard about Jeremiah. You saw when Jeremiah was giving out pure water. He was selling water, and he was now giving the water to prisoners, or giving money to prisoners, as the case may be. And how many of you volunteered to come and help in any way or form? Nobody. I know how many meetings we had, me and Obi Kubana. Jeremiah is what brought me and Obi close. Let's do it like this. Let's do it like this. Let's make sure it gets this. And Jeremiah himself is a wonderful gentleman. He came under this post and made a comment. Let me look for him. His handle is Jerry Locke. He said, I think I screen grabbed it. There are quite a few comments on that particular post, but I think I screen grabbed it. He said, okay, I think it's here. Maybe I did. Maybe I thought I did. He said something about all my daddies and mommies in that picture. You understand? Because he knows what it took for us to come together as a people and get his life back on track. Do you guys know that Jeremiah is back in school? Tastebuds was showing me his picture the other day. Jeremiah don't fat. You see as Jerry lean before. Jerry don't fat. You are a student who is earning 100K a month. A lot of people reached out and gave you money. You understand? So when I say Obi Cubana is my brother, Obi has never dashed me 50 kobo before in his life. It's not every relationship that is money. The other day, E-Money was having his birthday. E-Money sent me an invite. Not only did he send an invite, he sent me an online invite and sent dispatch rider to come and drop my physical invite. It was still in my car till maybe a week ago. I remember coming back and wanting to use the car and then opening the door and seeing, because that was the car I took to the event. How would I not honor him? I have never collected money from any of these people before. But you see, the problem a lot of people have is, and I don't blame you, it's the way journalists have portrayed themselves. Brown envelope, beggarly journalists. I've left radio now. I've left radio. So I'm no longer a radio journalist. I work on my platforms. I charge a fee for my platforms. But you see, when you have something to offer or you have a story, let me explain how it works to you. If someone said, Jagaban, I've never met, don't plan to ever meet, and I have never collected, neither do I plan to ever collect 1 naira from any politician, unless they want to come and rent my platform, and I will bill them. I have a standard going rate plus political rate. And if I'm doing one politician, I'm going to do all. I'm also going to make money, whether you like it or not. I did not come to suffer in this life. So, it was Jerry's case that brought Obi Cubana and I together. Because when you are brainstorming regularly on a matter, let's not do it like this, let's 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 do it like this. And then you came out with a song to the glory of God. Jerry came and did live the other day and invited me, invited Obi, invited, there was somebody else who he invited along with us. Nobody's seeing that. They're just seeing that Obi Cubana is launching Odogwu Bitters. Now, it's also one thing for you and somebody to work on a project. If that person holds you like a brother, are you not going to hold the person like a brother back? Let me tell you what happened with this Odogwu Bitters launch. I have a personal WhatsApp number that very few people have. If you are on that WhatsApp, consider yourself privileged. Every year or every 2 years, depending on how many non-entities now have that number, I just change it. So you just notice that you are reaching me, you can't get through to me. Obi was trying to reach me on that. He couldn't get through to me. Now sent a message through Jerry. I now replied him. I said, I've changed my number just to invite me for the event. Who am I not to go to such an event? First of all, are you not supposed to be happy? An Igbo man is taking the market from multinational companies. Do you know, are they even worried for Obi? Kasaprenko, I'll be waiting, they call that Ghanaian Alomo Bitters. Then Origin Bitters. Origin is owned by a multinational. And then our brother is going head on against him. Are you even beginning to think of the amount of employment Odogwu Bitters is going to create? Your pastors are stealing money from Nigeria. You need to buy aeroplane abroad. Meanwhile, your brother is... Do you know how much money is going to bury inside the factories to meet the level of production Odogwu Bitters is on? Are you not supposed to be happy at a time when there are no jobs? Somebody is creating jobs, and I'm not supposed to support the person just so that you will not say that the freeze is hanging out with rich people. Who do you want me to be hanging out with? Beggars. Oh yes, The problem is you are blindsided. This within the last 1 month, we have gone to feed destitutes twice. It doesn't trend. Simply Vic was in Nigeria. We went together to feed the beggars. It's on my page. It doesn't trend. But if I went to have dinner with Obi Kubana, it will be everywhere. Let me tell you, whether you like it or not, be prepared though. I'm going to have dinner with many famous people. The advice I have for you is, any day I say I want to go and have dinner with somebody, buy bread, because I go do live. So as they see us, they chop the steak, as they see us, they chop whatever it is with the chop, just they use the bread where you don't buy, they get bread with your hand, just they use and chop and imagine say you did with us. So as they chop the dry bread, you go they chop and with the thought of that thing, you go belly full. Because say I no go chop dinner with better people, unto say I they worry about waiting you go talk or waiting you want talk. The day where we not chop dinner, you still not talk. Somebody send me a message, Daddy Freeze, I'm disappointed in you. I want to beg you in the name of God. The people that you are not disappointed in, how much did you give them? How much did you give them? I went to hang out with Pastor Toby. I've known Pastor Toby for at least 3 years. And we chat regularly. I didn't make a big deal out of it. When he was having his birthday this year, I did a live stream with him. None of you will remember. That time, maybe he wasn't as popular in Nigeria. Pastor Toby is like a celeb in the UK. Now, Nigeria, where he just is breaking now, and I won't die. And I will still die of jealousy. So, we had a live stream. He was showing, that was when he showed his cars. It's on my YouTube. It's there. Do you know that there are nights when Pastor Toby will call me and we'll chat for 2 hours from 12 midnight till 2 a.m. I'll finish my live. We'll talk about some ideas about. You are not there. I can't go London. Person with me and them, they vibe, they chat, they talk. I can't go London and not go visit them. Let me tell you, I was supposed to be in London for a weekend. We're supposed to go on a Friday. We're supposed to do Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Then Tuesday, I was supposed to leave. A few days before the trip, I called Vic. I was like, bro, I might have to do a bit more. A few more days because I have so much to do. So we made it exactly 1 week. Buki Shotte is here. She's my witness. Coming in, now church matter carry me go UK. I got in on a Friday. Everything I did from Friday till Monday was church related. I did not even visit my family. My family did not visit me. We were having dinner on a Saturday night at that restaurant where, because of my fear of COVID and the heat inside, we had our own dinner outside. Buki, Taste Buds, and Simply Vic were freezing. Only me will be Niger man, can't day there, the cold no bite me. Meanwhile, I can't believe it. They were dying of cold, literally. I've never seen this kind of people before, and they live abroad. I understand Taste Buds zone that I carried like a rucksack from Nigeria there. The ones that we met there, I was cool. I was chilling. So one of my friends, Chooks, who lives around that area, came to visit me there. It's not like I went to his house, so he came to visit me there because I made sure everything I did from that Friday evening. But Buki is right here. Buki I didn't feel the cold. I don't understand. Simply Vic was upset the other day. Said I kept them in the cold. I said, brother, I didn't feel the cold. I would have been hot inside. Anyway, back to what I was saying. I made sure I finished. It was not until Monday that I called Pastor Toby. I said, Pastor Toby, I'm done with church things. Let's schedule a date. I have 2 sisters that live in the UK. By sisters, I don't mean social media sisters or online sisters. My mother's 2 daughters, my youngest sisters that grew up with me in my house in Aremo, Ibadan. My father and mother's 2 daughters. One is a medical doctor. The other one is a lawyer. The lawyer, she's a what's this thing called? Intellectual property lawyer. Of course, these are my mother's children. My mother spent her last dime to make sure they had the highest level education possible. My younger sister stays in Milton Keynes. The other one stays somewhere in London near Heathrow. I did not see them till Thursday. Buki was there. She's aware. We had so much to do. I set aside one day for Pastor Toby. Someone that is your friend, you are chatting with regularly. Am I not going to go and see him when I get to the UK? Of course, we went to see him. He hosted us, made us feel at home. We had so much fun. And then we posted the pictures online. Envy started again. Nigerians and envy. Jealousy. Oh, Pastor Toby, is a fraudster. Somebody sent a message, say Pastor Toby is a fraudster. I say, if you think Pastor Toby is a fraudster, you live in the UK, Abi. Go to the nearest police station and go and report him. Just in case you believe that the police in the UK is compromised like the Nigerian police and they are not doing their work. Take him to court. Don't come on social media and be chatting nonsense that you don't know anything about. Take him to court. You see, when we're in the UK, a lot of people were saying, oh, Daddy Freeze, you always hang out with wealthy people. No. First of all, to a certain extent, I am successful. You understand? To a certain extent, at least in the broadcasting industry, I put in 26 years. With my 26-year career on the radio, just know that I will have met quite a lot of politicians, I'll have met quite a lot of clergymen, I'll have met quite a lot of celebrities, actors, actresses. I'll have had one-on-ones with many people. So I'm not going to choose my friends from the dredge of the society. I'm going to Bootsy Boo, reach out to me. Have you been credited? Once we're done with this live, I will chat you up. That reminds me, you're supposed to have been credited. If you've not been credited, please, it's my fault, because a lot has been on my table. Please, Bootsy Boo, I apologize to you. I don't know if you've been credited. If you've been credited, fine. If not, I'll make sure I sort it out today, my darling sister. Back to what I was saying. So, who do you expect my friends to be? And one thing you don't realize is success attracts success. When I was in the UK, Williams Uchemba was there. Pastor Toby's church member had a wedding. Williams Uchemba was there. Ubi Franklin was there. These are people from entertainment. Remember that I was an entertainer, not a fisherman like Paul Abi Peter, not a tent maker like Paul. I've spent 26 years in entertainment. Two-Face Idibia that people are seeing now. I used to stay in the same house with him. The day I was going for my Cool FM interview, I came from Ibadan. I had scheduled interviews with Rhythm FM and Cool FM. I slept overnight with Two-Face Idibia. He was staying with one guy called More Money back then in Festac, if you remember. I stopped over, we went to the beach, we eventually ended up home. Someone said, "You no concern us. Since you no concern you, make I remove you from the live. Just watch us go. Rapture now. I don't come at you. Carry your low IQ, they go." So that morning, apparently the night before, we had gone to a drink. Inside where the drinking, I don't know whether I lost my money, so I had no money left. And I was going for an interview. So I sat down. I remember chilling with Two-Face, we're gisting about it, and he gave me his advice and he wished me well. And he gave me the money I used for transport that day from Festac to Cool FM, and then from Cool FM to Lekki, because I went to Cool FM. When I was done with Cool FM, I went to see Olisa in Cool FM. When I was done with Cool FM, I went to Lekki to see JAJ and do my interview, my audition. And then from there, I think, I'm not sure I went back to Festac. I think I just went to Ibadan straight. These are my friends. You think I'm going to see Two-Face tomorrow? Or DJ Jimmy Jat? Or DJ Abbas? Or Basket Mouth? Or TA? Or Julius Agu? These were the people that some I met in the industry. Some were colleagues in the industry. Some were my seniors. Some were my juniors. We all grew together in the industry. So who do you expect to be my friends? When I met E-Money was Casey and Precious manager. I'm talking about 2002, 2003. E-Money is big today. Do you realize that he's Casey's younger brother? And Casey and I go way back. E-Money, from being Casey's manager and Casey's younger brother, went on to blow to become wealthier than all of us, plus me, Presh, Casey, all of us put together. You understand? But I've known E-Money from when he was managing an up-and-coming act like Casey. Then. So I want to tell you something, guys. Social media is like an eclipse of the moon. The moon looks dark because the sun is covering the side of the moon that is facing you. Doesn't mean the moon is dark. What you are seeing as an eclipse of the moon or of the sun, as the case may be, is the part of the world where you are is blocking. There's the moon is in between the sun and you, blocking the sun from you. The sun is not blocked. It looks blocked to you. Another person in another part of the world is not seeing the moon because the moon is not blocking their side. Social media is like an eclipse of the sun. It creates a false perspective. The sun is not getting darker. The moon is not taking away the sun. The moon is not covering the sun. The moon is only covering the sun to you. But because of the limits of your vision, you are making judgments based on social media. Already you have judged me. Oh, Daddy Free is an Atenuje. He's going to hang out with this person, going to hang out with this person. Let me tell you, I am wealthy enough not to need anybody's money. I am wealthy enough to be able to take care of my family. Let me tell you something. When I was coming to the UK, Free Nation bought me premium economy. I refused to allow them to buy me business class. I felt it was wickedness. This church is going to support me when I come to the UK. I said, you know what, just buy me premium economy. Before I left Nigeria, I upgraded my one Nigerian leg to the UK to business class. Myself, out of my own pocket. For me and for my wife. Nobody's going to see that one. We got to the UK. When we're done, right from when we're in the UK, Buki is here, she's my witness. I was telling her, Buki, the way taste buds they buy, they shop, and we need business class, because this luggage no go enter economy. This luggage don't enter business class luggage. It was like, no. Me, I shall believe for my mind. Say, I no get card. So I just believe that I will get to the airport and I will upgrade I have cash. Only for me to get to the airport and realize that they were not taking cash. So I had to call Buki to come to the airport. I gave her the cash. She now used her card to pay for us. Let me tell you, if you know the difference between an economy class ticket and a business class ticket, you know that anybody that wants to upgrade for a 5 or 6 hour trip is not, at least is not poor, is not hungry. So stop thinking that because other radio presenters beg online, and let me tell you, even Hush Puppy, when I went to hang out with Hush Puppy did not give me $10. Why do I need it? Do I not have money? He gave me a car to use in Dubai, and I'm eternally grateful for that, because I went with Cool FM, and Cool FM people provided a bus. Now the problem is, when you enter the bus, there were days when we'll sign on, okay, we're going to Dubai Mall. We'll come down to the bus, and then everybody on the bus has agreed that they are going to Emirates Mall. Meanwhile, me, I've told my fans or people that want to see me to come to Dubai Mall. So when Hush Puppy gave me the car, it made life easier for me. I said, okay, you guys are going to Dubai Mall. Where is our next point of contact? They will say, okay, we are having dinner at this restaurant. All right, you be going to your Dubai Mall. Me, I will go to Emirates Mall. But at 7 o'clock, we will meet at the restaurant. So Hush Puppy giving me a car and a driver was wonderful. And I appreciate it, because I don't get car, I don't get driver for Dubai. And you cannot just hire, it's only in Nigeria that I can hire Uber, and the Uber will be waiting for you downstairs. Try it abroad, you see your pocket will dry, it will lean. So, yes, Hush Puppy got into, and as much as I love Hush Puppy as a person, I cannot stand up and stand with fraud. The moment I realized that Hush Puppy was into fraud, let me tell you, before that, Hush Puppy never told me he was ever into fraud. Never. I would not have been his friend publicly if he had told me he was into fraud. He told me he was into real estate. And I trusted him. Let me tell you, anybody that is wealthy, there's always going to be that gray area. Where did they make their money from? Everybody, including your politicians and pastors. There's always that gray area. So you always believe that, okay, maybe he did something in the past, but he has cleaned up. So I need you guys to start realizing that as human beings too, we have the right of association. And look at someone like Simply Vic. Simply Vic and I are very close. He's one of the closest people to me in the Free Nation. Why? Because we think alike in so many ways. We disagree to a lot, but we think alike. Now, the kind of things that I like after working 26 years on the radio, if you are not comfortable to a certain level, you will not be able to indulge in those things. You will not be able to indulge in those things. Like, I remember landing in the UK, and Simply Vic said, you know what, let's go to the mall. We got to the mall. Taste Buds picked a bag. It was quite expensive. Simply Vic paid. So when he came to Nigeria, where do you think, which restaurant am I going to take him before? He bought Taste Buds a lovely bag. I'm not going to mention the designer, so people will not go and start freaking out. Me and Taste Buds don't. First of all, before he landed, I said, any Uber, one of our guys that does Uber business, I've called the guy. I said, from the moment you pick Vic up from the airport, just be sending me his daily bill. And that's what the guy did. Every day as he was carrying Vic up and down, was sending me the bill. Because guy, Vic literally, and I'll do the same thing for Buki if she comes to Nigeria. Then we went to have dinner. Where else are we going to have dinner? I took him to Churrasco. Churrasco is 22K per person. Somebody that took care of us, took us around, bought my wife and son gifts. Where am I going to take him to eat? Tantalizers. Not only did we finish eating, I asked them, give me your best champagne. They said the best champagne they had was Moet Rosé, 100 and something K. I said, give us. This is my brother. I won't just take anybody from the Free Nation for that kind of dinner. Is how much I see you show me love and support, and we also show you love. You think if Pastor Toby comes to this Nigeria and calls me from the airport that he came a day early, he doesn't know where to stay, I won't even keep him in my house. I'll take him straight to Eco Suites, put him in a penthouse there. If it means me not eating for 1 month, that's what I will do. So Pastor Toby did this Nigeria, he no get where to stay, straight na Eco Suites. Now, don't expect to get that kind of treatment if you have never sacrificed for me. Is it Buki that left her house at midnight and started running down to the airport because I had money to pay, but I could not pay because they were refusing cards? I even went to TravelX. I was literally begging the woman in TravelX, please, you know what, I will pay. She said that they don't sell cards to people who have cash, that they only sell it to dollars, they don't sell it to pounds. I say, okay, I'm ready to lose money. Let me buy pounds. Let me buy dollars from you. So you now change that dollars to ticket. I say they cannot do it. You know, Oyinbo people are very straightforward. I was there. I would have missed that flight. I called Buki. Buki started running with train down from one end of the UK to come and give me her card to use. And also on that card, there was money. Let me tell you, all the Nigerians I met at the airport, some people had 200 pounds on their card. 100 pounds. I just they look them and they will say, oh boy, now wow. And this now London you did for your mind, so you not get 1,000 pounds for your card. Anyway, people live in a, what is it called? A credit society. You think she will come to Nigeria and I will not host her? Be thinking about these things. You see, you that I'm giving money and feeding, I will not buy you 100 and something thousand naira champagne. No. You that at the end of the month I'm considering, oh, let me give you this, let me help you with this. No, your own is not. That is for those who are ready to sacrifice for my comfort. How do I pick my friends? We have to have something in common. You know my likes. First of all, if you realize that Africa needs to be emancipated from mental slavery, and religion is one of our main problems in Nigeria, me and you are going to be friends first. We are friends. Now, I have a love for cars, mechanical things, cars, planes. As you see me, so I be 737 simulator pilot. Just watch my people, Simply Vic and Buki. They went to get me flying school and 1 hour with an instructor in a Cessna. I learned simulator with Cessna, but bruv, being in a Cessna in real life is crazy. And because they told the pilot, the instructor, that I had experience and I could fly, the guy literally said, oh, yeah, be flying us. So he took off. When he took us, at the climb, the guy just looked at me and said, we're at 2,500 feet. I'm handing over controls to you. I felt look at the guy and said, Baba, I go jump down from this aeroplane, no, leave only you. He said, no. We're at 2,000 feet. You're going to climb to 2,400 feet, and then you're going to turn. We're doing only aileron turns. Any pilot in the house will understand what an aileron turn is. That means you're not using your rudder to turn, just your ailerons. I was like, okay. Just maintain. First of all, I was to maintain level 2,000, that is 2,000 feet. You know how to pick your, and this is a manual aeroplane, not the 737 that everything is glass and you can see all the controls and they're all digital. This one, the horizon are like ball. If you move them up, you will see the ball, they do like this. Then you will use the cloud to measure your horizon. I don't know as they fly Cessna for night. I'm sure nobody flies that plane at night, because if you can't see the horizon, how do you know that you are flying level? So me, I just use horizon. I just measure up. Now, when you push it down, it nose dive. It puts nose down. Then you pull it up. And I've forgotten, to be very honest, I've forgotten how to trim a plane. So I said, bros, please help me trim this plane. So he trimmed the plane. So when you trim the plane, your inputs are now going to be a lot easier. Just a little nudge here, a little nudge there, and you fly the plane. Oh boy, the amount of work where I do. We eventually turned the plane. I now started a descent, and then he took over and landed because I was extremely tired. For you to be my friend, we have to have similar tastes. I don't like football. I notice Pastor Toby too does not like football, doesn't care about football. I would rather sit down here and be watching the numbers increase and decrease on this live than watch a game of football. I don't like football. It does nothing to me, doesn't entertain me, doesn't excite me. It just simply does nothing to me. But aviation, all my friends that are pilots, we talk regularly. I'm wearing an Arsenal jersey, forget it. Now person dash me jersey, I don't get waiting to wear this night. I just see the jersey wear am. Left to me alone, I wear t-shirt with Free Nation, but all my t-shirt, the neck don't slack. All my Free Nation t-shirt, because I don't wear them, wash them. Apart from cars, I like watches. Do you know Pastor Toby called me the other day? He was at a watch fair. Just out of the blues, I just saw incoming call. Pastor Toby. I just picked the call. He said, Daddy Freeze, I just have to show you where I am. Let me see if he sent me any videos. No, I think it was live. He just sent me a live. As in, he just showed me there's this Patek. If you're into watches, you know. There's this Patek Nautilus with baguettes. It cost about $2,000, about £1,500. And Pastor Toby was at the watch fair and he was wearing the watch. These are the kind of conversations I like. I love watches. I also love cars. As you see me, so I belong to BMW Group. I tried to get into the Ferrari Group. Ferrari Group no green me as I no get Ferrari. But these are the things I like. These are the conversations I have. Don't hate me because I don't like things that poor people like. It's not my fault. Same thing with taste buds. I like good hotels, 5-star hotels. I love the hotel life. And I love hotels that are tall. If I go to a hotel, unless it is impossible, I always want to stay on the topmost floor so I can look out through the window. It does a lot for me. I love the high-rise life. I love good restaurants. I'm very adventurous with my food. I like steak, and I like my steak rare as possible. I like sushi. Those are the kind of things I like. So I'm going to be gravitated towards people who have similar likes. It's not my fault. Unfortunately, or should I say fortunately, God didn't make my father a carpenter. My father is a doctor. My mother is a professor of law. And from a very young age, my mother took us abroad and let us experience different things. So I'm as comfortable as in an amala joint in Bere Ibadan, just as I am on Sloane Street in that lovely restaurant Pastor Toby took us to have dinner. That's me. And one thing I notice is whatever you attract, whatever you are, you attract. Many of those who think that I'm not their friend today or I don't hang out with them today are because they're not successful. And it's not my fault. There are people who are not successful who I still hang out with. if you understand where I'm going to with the Free Nation, if you understand my doctrine, if you're quick to open your mind, we will be friends. We'll hang out. We'll gist. But if you are not, why am I your friend? You are angry that I'm friends with Obi Kubana. What am I going to gain from being your friend? Do you think at a certain time in my life I'm not going to be tired of leeches gumming my body to drink my blood, and lice and ticks and all sorts of parasites? I cannot continue being your friend just so you can have something to gain. It's supposed to be a relationship between the two of us. I'm also supposed to gain something. Look at Elisha Pearl. Her husband is a tech wizard. He is the one that sorts out anytime we have issues with the robot, people are looking for how to withdraw money or something. He will come and give us lectures. Why will we not be friends? Look at Brother Shukbo, Posh Mama. They followed us for Taste Bud's father's funeral. Why will we not be friends? That's it. So don't be angry that I'm not friends with you. Ask yourself why. Okay, you are angry that I'm not friends with you. Why are you not friends with Obi Kubana? Why is Obi Kubana not your friend? Because you are not bringing anything to the table. See, stop being a zero. The problem with zero is, it's better when you are a one. Because if you are a 1 and they multiply you by 100, you become 100. You don't add any value, but you take the value of what's being given to you and you absorb it. And you take the shape of that value. If you are 2 and they multiply you by 100, you now take your 2 and add it to each one in the hundreds and make it 200. But you know what? If you are a 0, there's nothing that can be added to you. Whatever is added, whatever is multiplied by you in this life turns to 0. You are so negative. You are so poisonous. You are so toxic that whatever comes in contact with you is consumed by your toxicity. If you are saying that if he is not your friend, that if he is not, why is Obi Kubana not your friend? How many people go to the UK? How many people does Pastor Toby host? Why is he not hosting you? Listen, I know poor people who became wealthy. I just told you E-Money's story. There are people who have potential. Some are so worthless, they will even destroy potential. But then they'll be on the internet. Daddy Freeze is always hanging out with wealthy people. Daddy Freeze is always hanging out with successful people. Who do you want me to be hanging out with? Failures? Failures? Is that what you want me to be hanging out with? I have no problem with poor people. We feed them regularly. But if I'm not careful and I hang out with them, I'll join them. Because many people are poor not because of their state, but because of the state of their mind. I'll explain this. When I started advertising the Forex robot that I'm currently marketing, poor people, oh, it's a scam, it's a scam, it's a scam. Rich people, Daddy Freeze, I have $23,000. Put me through. I have people, one guy called me yesterday, said, Daddy Freeze, I wish I could show you the chart. Daddy Freeze, because it's you, I want to put $5,000. I have said, anybody that has $5,000 and above, I'll call you personally. When I see $5,000, let me call the guy. He said, look, Daddy Freeze, I don't have time. I don't even have time to do it. Just sort it out. I said, bro, I'll still need some input from you. You need to register. Then every Saturday when your money comes out, I'll need you to initiate the withdrawals. I will need you to be able to do this. Oh, Daddy Freeze, can't you just do all for me? I'm too busy. Person bring $5,000. If I had told him, no problem, send the $5,000 to my account, I'll be trading and remitting to you, he'll have said no problem. There's one lady in the US. Every week I help her remit her money. She's a nurse in the US. We chat every Saturday. My money has come, oh, Daddy Freeze, I'm sending it to you. Bam. She sent it to me. I withdraw for her, send it to her, or pay into her account. Never bothers me. Come and wait and see the poor people. They will invest $200. One guy invested $200. And 2 weeks later, he lost his phone. He now calls me and says, Daddy Freeze, he wants to withdraw his $200. That he doesn't have a phone again. I said, bruv, at what point did you realize that this investment is not for people who carry their last life savings? Nothing. And I was very polite with the guy. I said, bro, let me help you this. They said, no, that he's going to send me his password and his this, that I should just withdraw the money to my account and pay him. You, where I say you done the craze already, make you can't give me your password. I go can't enter your account. Tomorrow you go come tell me say your money they missing. God forbid. Up to today, has not been able to withdraw. I said he should go and register. Registration required passport. Will he not get passport? He does not have a Nigerian passport, a valid passport. So he wants me to be withdrawing his money for him and be paying him on top $200. Let me tell you, the robot does not pay out any amount of money less than $20. So if you invest $200, you buy the robot for $100. What you're actually investing is only $100. On $100, you're going to make $5 a week. So it will take you one whole month to be able to withdraw your money. Now, when you're withdrawing the $20, you're going to pay a charge of $3. We don't feel it. I invested $10,000. Every week, I get $500. On $500, they withdraw my $3. I get $497. I don't feel it. I can withdraw every week. But because what you put in is so tiny, that's why even when I was talking to Pastor Toby, I said, look, Pastor Toby, let's not give people $200 accounts. Let's give them $300 accounts so that by the time you remove the robot for $100, they will still have $200 to trade. On $200 trading, they can actually withdraw their money every 2 weeks instead of once a month. I've learned something. Let these bots tell you. The people that give us the most wahala are the $200 people. I was talking to one guy one day for 4 hours, back and forth. He was asking me the same question over and over again in different ways. Over and over again in different ways. And I asked him that day, I said, how much do you want to invest? He said the minimum. That's what I thought about. I said, if I talk to every single person who wants to invest the minimum, I will not be able to preach. I will not be able to do my live shows. I will not be able to be a husband to my wife or a father to my children. So I said, okay, for me to talk to anybody, you need to invest a minimum of $5,000. Guess what? The $5,000 people, I talked to them once. After that, they are busy doing their life. They don't bother me. Maybe once in a week, when it's time for withdrawal or something comes up, they just send me a message. Do you know there are people who have promised I'll call them. They are too busy to answer my call. It's not like I don't want to call them. They are now too busy. They'll say, Daddy Freeze, I'm busy. Talk to you later. Talk to you later. Talk to you later. So if I have an important project, who am I going to meet in the future? My successful friends or my poor friends? I have no problem with my poor friends. I'm going to help you. Anybody in the Free Nation knows. If you tell me your problem and I can't help you immediately, 1 month, 2 months, when I see an opportunity where I can drag you in, where you can solve your problem, now me go, they look for you. One member of the Free Nation reached out to me, said, Daddy Freeze, he's going through a lot. He needs 200,000. I didn't have 200,000 to give him. I left him. When an opportunity for money came, now me begin call him. Hey, where are you? Join me now, join me now, join me now. Let me put you inside this. So at the end of the day, you need to understand that there's nothing wrong with hanging out with poor people. But you need, if you have success as a goal, you will need to hang out with successful people. The conversations that I have with people like Pastor Toby, let me give you an example. I met somebody with Pastor Toby who sells crypto. He sells between about £1 million a week worth of crypto, buys and sells. When you see people like that, you yourself go begin the week, say, oh boy, like say I need to hustle more. And these people are doing legit business. Information is power. I know someone who they put a call through to in December 2020. December 2020. And the guy said, guy, you get money for hand? He said, I no get. How much you feel raise? The guy said, I can raise $2,000. I said, no. Sell something, raise $20,000. Buy Dogecoin and hold it. This guy bought Dogecoin at 0.26 of a cent in December. By June, that same Dogecoin was worth 56 cents. By May the next year, 6 months, his $10,000, let me do the math to you, or his $20,000 where he invest, divided by 0.26 times 56 was what? $4.3 million. $4.3 million. Now, guess what? The guy who was doing this, who gave him this info, was getting married. Do you know the gift he bought for him? The latest G-Wagon. That new G-Wagon, 100 and something million naira. That now is 200 and something million naira. But then it was 100, I think it was 150 million naira. That was what they bought for him as wedding present. I want to ask you a question. Someone adds value to your life. Now, tomorrow they'll see him buying that kind of car. They'll say, oh, what a waste of money. Why don't you give the money to the poor? Where were the poor when the guy was telling him to invest $20,000 in Dogecoin? The poor that is still going to feed out of that money that this guy helped him make. He has a spare $4 million, $4.3 million. The poor is not his problem. If he decides to take 10% out of it to feed the poor will eat like they have never eaten before in their lives. Sometimes these people are so wealthy, there's nothing you can do for them. You just look at their sister or their mother and just buy a house. If he took it made $4.3 million. If he took $300,000 out of it, which is the top of the 0.3, and change it to naira at 571, he'll have 171 million naira. Out of that 171 million naira, if you went to Lekki and bought a house of 140 million naira and used 31 million naira to furnish it, and went to the guy's mother and says, Mommy, I know if your son gave me advice that made me a millionaire in dollars. There's no amount of money I can give him, but I've bought you this house in Lekki. take this house. You need to change your mentality. And you need to change it as soon as possible. The longer you wait in the type of mentality you have. Now, Obi Cubana does not collect money from the poor. He has a nightclub, a string of businesses. He has now started the production of his own Odogu bitters. Pastor Toby does not collect from the poor, at least since I've met him. He creates millionaires by teaching them how to make money. These are the kind of people you should be hanging out with. Even if money does not drop, because you might not need it, ideas will drop. There is no way you will hang out with these kind of people and ideas will not come to your head. You see, I have no problem. There's the John the Baptist doctrine, where John the Baptist ate honey and insects. And then there is the David side of scripture and Solomon, where there was largesse. Christ was somewhere in the middle. He wasn't wearing camel's hair like John the Baptist. But remember, he was also hanging out with wealthy people, and wealthy people sometimes of shady character. That is why many times the Pharisees said, look, he's always hanging out with sinners and tax collectors and prostitutes. Someone said, Pastor Toby, they collect tithe. Since I've met Pastor Toby for the last 3 years, he has never collected tithe. Unless he wants to start now. Unless he started last weekend and I wasn't aware. Don't talk about what you don't know. Does not collect tithe. He does not even collect offering. We in my church, we still receive gifts. I'm not even sure he receives gifts, except maybe from the people that he has raised. So I don't have a problem with wealth. I just have a problem with pastors using their church members to create wealth for themselves, which is what the Pentecostal mega churches do. The pastors are so rich, 90% of the members are wallowing in poverty. That's not my style. And that's not the style of anybody I move with. Davido, just look at Davido. Everybody around him is doing well. Obi Cubana, everybody around him is doing well. Pastor Toby, everybody around him is doing well. That's what I also want to do. I want to be that person, that plug for my people, to the point where if they come in contact with me, they will do well. Vidoma, I have chosen you for my second. You're also going to get $303 worth of the robot. Okay. Pastor Toby is supporting us with that. So 300. Someone said, are you not moving with Portable? Look at Portable, look at me. Do we look like we have anything in common? I have nothing against him, but me and Portable sit down, what are we going to talk about? I like him, I enjoy his music, but what are we going to talk about? So Vidoma, get in touch with me. $303 from Pastor Toby. I saw Naomi Crystal too earlier on. So the 3 people I'm giving this to today are Ada Blessing, Naomi Crystal, and Vidoma. Vidoma, get in touch with me. I'll send you the link to register with. And then I'll credit your account, your trading account, with $200, $300 actually, $100 for the robot, $200 for your trading, and on that you make $40 every month, courtesy Pastor Toby. He just decided to support me Someone said, Naomi Crystal, now your daughter, we know. Oh, yes, now my daughter. And Adatu, now my daughter. And Vidoma, too, now my online daughter, even though I've never met Vidoma before. So there's one more account to the tune of $200 this time. $200. And I'm going to give it to anybody who's live. Someone said, Vidoma, you deserve it. Vidoma deserves it. Naomi Crystal deserves it. And that blessing deserves it. This is just my way of supporting my friends and people who support me. Someone said nepotism. Before I block you, I'm going to tell you, I don't know you from anywhere before. Before you can do charity, only ile Latin keshoro de. Charity begins at home. Someone said no give woman again. In fact, the third person I want to give self, the fourth person I want to give now woman. Now you go tell me waiting to do. Person will give me the money to give out. He no tell me to give woman. Now he no tell me to give man. You way day here. Did we not give all men the last one? Please, I'm looking for somebody here. I know Buki does not need it. Do you understand? Or Buki, are you interested? Someone said, Brother Chris. Yes, Brother Chris. But the problem is, Brother Chris will not be able to handle it. He needs to open a, what is it called, account, Binance account. No, I don't think Brother Chris can't do it. Someone who can, someone who we, who's young enough, who can understand and register for all these things. Vidoma, I hope you have a passport. Who else? And Brother Chris is already on a Free Nation salary, so I'm not doing Brother Chris here. Brother Shupo, Brother Chris is on a 20,000 naira a month Free Nation salary already. Let me give it to somebody else. Let me look for somebody else. Vidoma, I should be thanking you for always supporting me. I'm looking for someone who always supports me. All the beggars don't run come now. That's so that they be. Sheifumi, the only reason why I don't want to give you is because they would say I'm giving only women. Someone said I need it more than anything. Okay, you know what's going to happen? See the same people that were abusing me 2 days ago. Oh, wow, I've never given to anybody on Facebook before. Facebook people, if you're interested, just send me a message. I'll give it on Facebook. I've been sharing it on Instagram. It's not even fair. So I'll give it out on Facebook. Big shout out to Pastor Toby. Thank you so much. Don't worry if anything comes up. Sheifumi, if anything comes up. Bookie say Facebook, yeah. Maybe we even give them something. So I'm keeping for Facebook. Remember, we have a $203 account. The other accounts are $303. The one Ada Blessing is going to get, the one Naomi is going to get, and the one Vidoma is going to get. As I'm talking to you now, Vidoma, I'm going to send you the link you're going to use to register, so we can begin. Big shout out to all of you, and of course big shout out to Pastor Toby Adegboyega for creating this opportunity for me to be able to share with the Free Nation family. Thank you all so much. I love you guys a lot. Um, uh, okay. So when you hang out with me, you always they're always gonna be handouts. So thank you all. Um, thank you for me too. P Bob's Cakes. Big shout out to you. Big shout out to you. So Daddy Free, someone who you recommended for the Forex got ripped off. She says she can't withdraw her investment or capital from the platform. It's her fault. How come I can withdraw my own? Maybe she doesn't have papers. All these people that are living in countries that don't have papers, and then the platform is telling you go and bring a driver's license or passport, and you don't have, then you are now blaming Daddy Freeze. Tell her to go and get her papers sorted. Anybody that cannot withdraw is because they don't have papers. They are living in countries and they have no papers. And unfortunately, I cannot come and provide my passport for you. Please, anybody that told you they were ripped off is because they are living illegally in countries. And look at somebody here saying they withdraw theirs. I withdraw mine every single week without any problem. Right now, they're having some hitches, so there's been a delay in withdrawals, but it's being sorted out. Every other week, they have 1 or 2 delays because they are upgrading the platform or something. Anybody that says they cannot withdraw, so far, so good. Anybody as of today tells you that they were ripped off, that person, this one says, this got bringing to do with her passport. Let me tell you, you are using fake account to come and chat nonsense. You think you are chatting with a small child? You think you are talking to an idiot? You think I'm mad? I have $10,000 inside. I still withdrew $600 last week. You are telling me you cannot withdraw. Tell the person that the friend said the person is mad. Let me go off on you. Tell the person that the friend said the person is a lunatic. You cannot withdraw what? If there's a problem and people cannot withdraw, then I'll tell you that, okay, there's a problem. What nonsense. You cannot withdraw what? Because the person cannot withdraw, let me tell you 2 things. 1, the person does not have you don't have the book, the papers to live in the country. 2, you invested $200. If you invest $200, minimum withdrawal is $20. You are getting $5 a week. Which day your $20 won't complete? Which day your $20 won't complete? Get out of this, my life. Get out. You don't get sense. She don't mad. Taste buds is on it. Taste buds put $3,000. I put $10,000. Anybody that cannot withdraw is telling you a lie. If there was an issue and people cannot withdraw, I will tell you. Remember, I always tell you anyway before that. Anyway, okay, let me even end it like this. The person cannot withdraw. That means it has happened with that. Did I not tell you can lose your money? Tell the person that if he said they have lost their money. Can we move on to another thing? Did I not tell you at the beginning that you can lose your money? Tell them that Daddy Freeze has said that money that Daddy Freeze warned them that they can lose, that she has lost her own. That's how one guy, if you have 5K, show me proof you have 5K and I'll call you. The guy showed me 5,000 naira. 10K is $10,000. 5K is $5,000. Anyway, I'm rounding off now. If you're interested in the robots, now for you that want to invest, it's simple. Send your name with Daddy Freeze to this number by WhatsApp only. Don't call, don't text, don't SMS, don't FaceTime, don't email. Send your name and Daddy Freeze to this number, +234 80 231 79239, +234 80 231 79239. Okay? Look at Ikel says there's never been issues with it. I've been withdrawing. We've all been withdrawing. If there were issues, I would tell you there are issues. There were never been any issues. I'm not saying there cannot be issues tomorrow. But if the person says they have withdrawal issues now the person get problem, no be the system. Or the person just get bad luck. Please take the number down. Get a pen and a paper. Get a pen and a paper. The number is +234 80231 79239. Send your name with Daddy Freeze. I'll call the number for the last time. Someone says I should call the number for the last time. +234 80231 79239. +234 80231 79239. Send your name and Daddy Freeze by WhatsApp only to that number. Minimum investment is $200, $203 actually, because you need $3 for the exchange, $100 for the robot, $100 for your trading, and then is there anything? And send your name and Daddy Freeze only. Okay. All right, guys, that's as far as I can go. Let me go and sleep, spend time with my beautiful wife, watch some TV, rest a little. Love you all. Thank you all for coming. Egg is now 100 naira. Think of how you go, waiting you go do to make sure say money dey your account. Bless you, Brother Shupo. Thank you so much. Love you all so much. I'm gonna holler at you, Vidoma, and the rest of you. Love you guys so much. Take care and God bless.